And this is the opening bell to the first Friday in the month of June. Welcome everyone to the show. This is your Frontier opening bell, and you can see the markets for Thursday, the second trading day in the month of June. Today is the third trading day. We started towards the end of May. Nigerian market went choppy by 25 basis points. The BRVM fell by 39. EGX down by roughly 80 basis points. That's the end of the trading week until Cairo resumes on Sunday. Then you've got about 0.1% down for the GSE. But for the NSE, that's the market in Nairobi. But the GSE bucked that trend by 26 basis points, a little bit in line with the rest of the developed and emerging markets on Thursday, taking the latest economic data out of Europe and China, as well as the OPEC latest decision into the mix. Okay, so let's get on to see what other stories are making the headlines as we saw the trading day for Thursday on the market. This is how East African markets, these are the top headline stories after the Nairobi boss scaled back some of his earlier gains on Thursday. So let's talk about Friday a little bit more, what's making the headlines as we go into the first weekend in the month of June. Falling stocks value on the Nairobi bourse is hitting the earnings of insurance companies because of market volatility. In the meantime, the size of foreign banks' business in Kenya is shrinking, down by 12 billion shillings because local banks such as Equity, KCB, Cooperative Bank, I&M, a whole lot of other big names are beginning to take some of the businesses away from foreign banks within the East African biggest economy. And Tullow Oil says it's signed a major deal that will help create an African energy giant. We'll get more details on that as the deal progresses. And the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange is seeing a jump or a boom in a cycle for local stocks. That is congratulations to the folks down there in the Dar es Salaam Stock Exchange. Let's get into the West Africa. OPEC Plus yesterday decided to raise its monthly average oil production to 648,000 barrels per day for the month of July and August, just as Russia got its oil exports to Europe banned by the European Union. That caused a bit of an upset in the market. Prices moving up after yesterday's decision by OPEC alliance with Saudi Arabia stepping up to the plate. Oil prices came down from about 122 reference price for the OPEC basket to about $117 per barrel. And Seplat Energy, listed on the Lagos and London stock exchanges, has given the stock options of about 3.9 million ordinary shares worth roughly 50 billion local currency to three of the directors, the chief operating officer, the CEO, and the chief financial officer under the company's incentive program, which was floated in 2014. And Ghana's petrol prices is likely going up because of crude oil prices also surging. We've seen a number of African countries raising petrol prices, with South Africa extending the full subsidy on petrol prices until the end of August. And Ghana's vice president is asking mining companies operating on the continent to list on local exchanges, in particular in West Africa, to invest more in the economies, and for exchanges within West Africa to develop what he called mining index on the back of those commodities that are just roughly exported around the world without so much beneficiation on the African continent. That's the message from the Ghana's vice president in Accra. Okay, let's check in with Southern Africa. Now, what's the biggest news this Friday as we get the market up? The South African industry is still reeling from the KwaZulu-Natal catastrophic flooding. Now, insurance companies such as Old Mutual and Santam says they're processing more than 7,000 claims from those who are affected, businesses and individuals, from that catastrophic flooding that happened recently. In the meantime, the EFDB says Eskom's Medupi plant, which is about 135 billion rand, is not likely to be profitable. In the meantime, good news for South Africa after the jobs data came in on Tuesday. We got the PMI from ABSA saying the reading went up 4.1 points to 34 for 54.8 in the month of May, while Satrix has appointed a new CEO, Ms. Fico Bokoto, new position became effective June the 1st. That's on Wednesday. And let's sum it up in North Africa, where Egypt is closed for today. The customs, the reference price set for essential commodities being imported for the month of June is 18 Egyptian pounds 64. That's according to the authorities. And Libya oil firm says crude oil is gushing from a pipeline in the desert. And no one is really sure what happened, but that needs to be attended. A similar story is playing out in Algeria, where Greenpeace says there's a study that says that dangerous leaks are occurring in an Algerian gas field. While a bit of more stories just coming through from the continent, just around the North Africa, East, Northeast, and South. Everyone keep those stories in mind. Let's leave it there for today as we go into the weekend. Enjoy it, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend, and bye for now.